Hello and welcome back to Brickwater Bay. Today you'll guess by the intro to the video that we're looking at the road plates. The road plates are some of my favourite parts of the Lego city. They have taken me a very long time to build. I went for a different option to what other people do. Most people use the Lego road plates on a Mills style base plate. And then build the causeways up next to them. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have my own custom roads so that I could add whatever I wanted into the roads, such as the bus stop and the keep clear and the island in the middle, the zebra crossing. So yeah, I wanted to be able to customise mine. I don't have a single stretch of road which is the same as another one. I've got 14 road plates at this moment in time, and every single one of them is unique. And I think that's one of the things that adds to the character of the city, because there isn't any repetition anywhere within it. Each of the base plates is all customised depending on which building sits next to it. So they all have a set location as to where they go within the city. You'll notice that some of them have planting areas on one side but not on the other, and then you've got somewhere they've got them on both sides, and that's all dependent on what's next to it. You'll also notice some of them don't have street lights in places. This one hasn't got any along this side here, but that's because the street lights for this side of the road are integrated into the beachfront which sit next to it. So by using the Mills plates, I've obviously been able to do the 5 brick high like the rest of the city, but with the Mills plates and using the brick built road system, the level of detail that you can get to is so much greater. Some of them have got lights in, so I'll quickly show you what these look like. This one's one of my favourite ones in the city. I was excited to do this one. We in the UK have these flashing amber lights at zebra crossings. I don't know if you do in the rest of the world, but I noticed that Game of Bricks do a small chip which basically allows you to control how the lights function. And yeah, it was quite expensive. It was about £10 for the chip, but it's definitely worth it. It just adds that little bit of character to the road plates, and obviously makes the crossing stand out. But you've got lights on this one on the right hand, well, your left hand side, and then this one has just the 2 street lights on it. I will be moving into doing these road plates very shortly, because I've actually installed lights into the full front of my city, and my next thing to do is put all of the circuits and lights and USB ports into all of the road plates down the back of the city, so that I can then start connecting the buildings on from there. What I've done with the front of the city is create like a spinal column with the road. So what you might notice hanging out on some of these is USB ports. There's one on that side, and then there's one on that side. Some of the road plates have 6-7 USB ports coming out of them, depending on what connects onto them. But my idea was that when I power from my Hogwarts University, that goes through the car park and plaza, it goes into the subway station, it goes into the town hall, and then it joins the T-junction at the top of the high street. Once it enters that T-junction, that then becomes the spinal column, which everything feeds off of for the front. So that was my way of thinking with it and wiring it up. I felt like that was the easiest way, less complicated way of doing it. It means that a lot of the wiring work that's complex is actually inside the road plates, which are really easy to work on. So yeah, just to go into a bit of detail with the actual road plates themselves. This is the zebra crossing, and as you can see, it's 100% brick built. They're all lying on their sides. If I show you the very end of the road plate, you'll be able to see how they're all lined up next to each other. So that's the zebra crossing. The bus stop was extremely tricky. It was the first time I tried to put writing into a road plate, but it came out really well. I was really pleased with it. I actually have a bus stop on the building that sits alongside this. It's like a black canopy which reaches over the bus stop to create a little bus shelter. So you'll see that that's actually outside Assembly Square. That's one of the reasons why I don't have the fountain at Assembly Square anymore, because I wanted to create that bus stop vibe outside Assembly Square. I also have a market next to Assembly Square as well. So yeah, that's quite a little busy area of the city. I look forward to showing you that. This section here actually sits next to the garage. These are the entrances here to the garage. So by having Mills plates, you can actually make custom made entrances into modular buildings. I am actually planning on putting this flush and doing the floor of the garage in the exact same brick format all the way through the forecourt. But I've got some modifications that I'm doing to the garage anyway to make it slightly larger, and I will incorporate that at that time. But I've also got the street light, traffic lights on this road plate as well. These obviously swing around a bit. There's not a lot you can do about that at times. You are limited by bricks, but because mine stays still, it doesn't really affect it. But I will be getting lights into these, which I'll hopefully tighten it all up a little bit as well. But that will be cool because they alternate between the red, amber and the green. This one's one of my favourite ones in the city. It always gets a lot of comments at the Lego shows and when I post online with it. But I've basically got a roadwork section where they've dug out the ground and you can see pipe work, and there's an electrical cable in there as well, which you probably won't be able to see. And there's also a little rat in there at the bottom. But by having that depth to the base plate, it does give me the option to go down where others don't get that, which is another reason why I did it brick built. I also take the Lego set to shows, so building it in this format makes it very easy to carry and move around. This one was a very tricky one. I got this wrong a few times. But this sits outside the fire station. So in the UK we have keep clear outside the fire station, or we have hash lines. Hash lines was a little too difficult to recreate in Lego, so I decided to do keep clear. But that little section here is the entrance to the fire station. So that's a few of the roads. The more detailed roads, the other ones are quite basic, they're just straights. I've got another T-junction, 2 T-junctions, but they are all very different in their own little way. So cost wise on these are extremely expensive. I would say anywhere between £100 to £150 per road plate is what you would expect to pay for something like this, especially with the 5 brick high mills plates. So yeah, they are very expensive, and they do take a long time to build. They're very repetitive when building them, but the results that you can achieve are better than anything else that you can get with standard Lego road plates. So yeah, they're the roads. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to pull one of the smaller road plates apart because I have some single base plate road plates. So I'm going to pull one of those apart, and I'm just going to go through and show how I put the bricks in sideways, how I connect them bricks in at either side of the pavement, just so that you guys have a bit of a better understanding of the techniques that I've used here. But if you ever have any questions, then feel free to just reach out. But yeah, what I'd like to do next is show you how I build the road, and then I'm going to take all of the road plates out into the garage and do a quick time lapse of them all going back onto the table. So by the end of the video today, you will have the Hogwarts University, the plaza and car park, and the full road network out on the table. I'm hoping that then when I add buildings in, you can see how it's growing and you get a better feel for it. I'm going to do a video shortly on my vehicles, because I've got probably about 20 vehicles that go into the city, if not more, available. So yeah, I'd like to go through all of the vehicles with you and then placing them vehicles into the city as well. So yeah, that's coming up very soon, and I'll probably do that before I get too far down with the buildings, because getting to the roads once the buildings are on the city is very difficult. So I normally like to do it in stages. I get the back row built, I put all of the roads down, and then I start placing the buildings. It's the easiest way to do it. Obviously I'm very lucky my table is strong enough for me to walk on, so I just climb all over it and have no concerns about it falling or anything. But yeah, let's get stuck into how I build these road plates. And then after that we'll get it all outside, so I'll be back shortly. Right guys, I've now taken a single base plate road section apart, and I've broken it down into its key elements so that I can go through them with you. I'm going to start off with the road section here. This is broken down for me into 5 different elements. I've got the bike lanes on either side, I've got the 2 main causeways, and then I've got my road separation in the middle. I'll start with the road separation in the middle. I'll just show you up close. So this section here is built up of lots and lots of plates. There's 5 plates wide in here. So you've got 2 grey, and then you've got your white and grey jagged line, and then you've got your 2 grey again. And that forms the exact centerpiece of my road. Either side of that I then have 2 causeways. These are 6 bricks wide and 32 studs long, and they just made up of 1x2 grey tile plate, grey brick, sorry, with some 1x1s on the end. This one I've also put a side snot in because I have a character running across the road in that section. So that's them parts. And then you have the bike lanes. Obviously you've got to get all of your bricks going in the same direction. So this is where you get the biggest variation. So if I show you the grey strip on the end, you've got that on that end, and then on the other side your grey one is tiles with the occasional 1x2 plates on there. And they're built up of a row of grey, a row of white plates, a row of turquoise plates, a row of turquoise bricks, and then a row of white plates, and exactly the same and just in reverse. So this section side here of the road connects onto the base plate here, and you'll see I've got 1x2 side snot bricks all the way along here. So that connects this side to the base plate like that. and then on the opposite side I have 1x2 Technic bricks with 2 holes in, and the little plates line up with them, and then they also grip in, and that's how you form the Mills brick built road plates. So I'm just going to quickly take that apart, put the rest of the road into it, and then I'll show you how I put it all together in one go, because you can't just build it like this because it is wedged perfectly tight. You kind of have to arch the Lego in, so I'll show you how I do that in a second. So yeah, let me just get these taken out. So that just clips straight onto the end of there. I'm just going to pop that one straight back in, and then I'm going to put that one on, and I'll also connect the centerpiece on this one as well, and then connect the base plates in, and you'll see what I mean. They're very tight, so you've just got to lift it up so that they're perfectly level with each other, and then pop it in and then squeeze it together, and that makes your brick surface for the roads. So I have this little dude running here, I've got a lady to go on here, a man walking up the road, and then a lady walking back down the road, and then I also have a tree on here as well, which I'll put back on before it goes back on the layout. But yeah, that's basically how I create the big brick effect roads. When you start putting writing in the roads and things, you just substitute the bricks in here for plates, and then you've just got to work out what size plates and shapes you need to create the letters, but that's quite fun. But yeah, I think they are rock solid road plate, but like I've said throughout the video, they are slightly costly. So yeah, let's go get this put back into the garage with the rest of the plates. Right then guys, back in the garage. First road plate is on the table. Let's get the rest of them all up here. I'm going to do a quick time lapse getting them all up, setting them all up. You might see me fiddling around with some of them. Some of them have cables, some of them have clips, so it just depends the complexity of putting them together. Some of them just sit next to each other at the moment because I've not got as far as putting the clips and the cables in. So yeah, let's get the road plates on the table. So guys, that's the road deck work all in place. You'll notice that I am still short on that end. I will do those at some point when I start getting over in that sort of direction. But next up is the City Underground, which consists of the subway station, the town hall, the boutique hotel, and then the little trellised seating area on top of the raised section as well. So they're going to be the next 4 videos that come out over the next few days. But for now, that's the road plates. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learned something from these. Mainly to stay away from them because of the cost. I wish I had. But yeah, let's carry on along this back road here, and then we'll start making our way down through the main city and working our way finally over towards the beach area and Ninjago as well. So yeah, thank you for watching today. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be amazing. Every little helps, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you.